GPT o algo y van a responder con cómo puede hacerlo. Y aquí son dos que tiene. Una se llama por pods y próxima persistent volume claims. The next one, RS analyzer replica set, service analysis, event analysis, one for ingress analysis, stateful set, deployment, cron job, node in network. Y hay muchos modelos que pueden usar, ChatGPT 3, 3, 3.5 y 4. También puedes usar Local AI Provider. Hay muchos aquí, Alpaca, Llama, Koala y Azure OpenAI Provider también. ¿Y por qué utilizar KCD? ¿Cuántas veces ha tenido un problema con tu configuración? Por ejemplo, pods con config maps, pods con secrets, services y pods, ingress y service. Hay muchos problemas simples que pueden tener, pero es mucho tiempo para encontrarlo. Y piensa en todo el tiempo en estos problemas cuando puedes haber estado aprendiendo algo más o cuántas horas le pagas al personal para resolver problemas cuando podrían estar trabajando en otra cosa. Configuración, así puedes instalarlo aquí con Brew y aquí hay los commands y hay tres importantes. Es generate, que vas a abrir un browser de OpenAPI y para tus claves, auth para autenticar con un backend seleccionada y analyze. Analyze va a buscar los problemas que voy a mostrarte pronto. Y también hay operador y CLI también. Entonces puedes elegir cuál quieres usar. Ok, vamos a ver un demo. Ahora voy a hablar en inglés porque es más mejor. This is my demo app, which is Potato Head. For those who don't know about it, you can change the hat, the arms, the legs, etc. So today we'll do a demo of doing a deployment, and then we're gonna see a bad change, and then see how K8sGPT can help that problem. So here we can change the hat. So this will now merge into the main branch, and then we're using Argo CD as well to see the change. So you can see here that now they have the hat, and it looks like this. And we can just come here and sync it, and then that will change. So that's syncing now. And that will take a couple of minutes to come through. So here you can see the documentation. They're adding to it every day as well. So you can see here, which we'll do soon, is the that's doing the analyze command against your cluster. Yeah, again, fast triage, like we talked about before, and it's just really simplifying how you can use Kubernetes. So let's see if our change has been done. Not yet. And this here. So actually, we'll go through the CLI first, and then we can do the operator afterwards. So you can see here, if we go K8sGPT help, this will give you all of your commands that you can use as well. So it's very, very simple to install. And then you can just auth, and that will easily connect you to your cluster. And then if we go K8sGPT, analyze, and you can actually, the really cool thing is you can do Spanish as well. So I want to know in Spanish what the word's going to be. So this will give me, yeah, you can see here the first time it takes a bit longer. I'm using API provider open API. You can use any that you like. It hasn't cost me any money yet. So these are all the problems with my cluster. So if we choose one, this one, for example, I didn't actually know about that for 6 months. So that was in my cluster for 6 months. And then it will tell you what the error is. So in this case, I have a service called Jaeger query, and then the ingress that's pointing to it doesn't actually do it. It doesn't go to it. So here's how the solution. So create a service by running the service, and then you can see already that it's a service problem. So that's going to save you a lot of money from looking at the pods, or normally you troubleshoot up or down, and you'll go pod, service, ingress. It just saves you a little bit of time as well. You don't have to do Spanish, so if you don't want to do Spanish, you can just go analyze, and then that will run the same one again, but this time in English. You can do up to 15 language, or pretty much whatever language that you want. Okay, so that's the CLI side of it. And then let's see our demo app. Hasn't synced yet. And now I'm going to introduce a breaking change as well. So yeah, this one here you can see. So we're doing a bad change. We're just going to change this, which is not a correct service that exists, and then we can see how K8sGPT will solve it. Okay, and then now we'll talk about the operator. So if you, I guess, want to use this in a more production way, then you can also use the operator. So the operator is good because you don't just have it on your computer, you can have it in different other places as well. So it's good for alerting. So this is okay. This is what the operator looks like over here. So this is just my Argo CD deployment, and we can have a look at what the manifest look like. So you can see the CRDs. This is the important one to understand, is the results, because the results will get stored inside the CRD as well, which is the sort of hardest thing to understand when we're looking at this. And then, yeah, you can see we have the operator and then a deployment as well. So now let's go have a look. If I get the CLI back up again. So this is the operator. So it's the one where the results get sent, if that makes sense. So if we look into one of these, for example, let's look at the Jaeger one, because that's the one we talked about before. So yeah, here you can see this is the CRD that gets deployed to the cluster. And then you can see here that we have in here details. So this is where it's going to write to the event. And then you can see that, yeah, we have details, the error. So you can anomalize the data as well. So if you're scared of sending your data to the AI provider, then it's going to sort of mask that as well. You can look at the sensitive data as well. And then the text is here as well. So that's what you can, that's what's going to come up in the Grafana dashboard that I'll show you soon as well. So yeah, that's what the result is, if that makes sense. And then if we want to see that nice as well, we can see here. So this is obviously done in Grafana. So this is where every deployment that I do with Argo CD, I want to see the blue lines deployments. That's when Argo CD is actually deploying it. It's using auto notifications. So you can see here the deployment last night. I actually introduced one error here. So this is a good way to see when engineers, when you use GitOps, for example, you're just deploying the code, and sometimes it's hard to see if you actually introduce changes, especially through, you want to see them at lower environments. So introducing these changes and seeing them straight away is really beneficial, because it's going to save you a lot of time. You can go back and then fix those errors, and it saves you so much time, especially if you have to, you know, progress them through environments again. So results. So there's 13 problems in the cluster, and this is the same as the CLI. All those things that were wrong. These ones are Argo CD syncs, and then the actual deployment of the app. So you can see that the sync is different, because if we go potato head, so we can sync, but then it will send an Argo notification to say this has been synced, but now let's actually deploy it. So you can see in there as well. And yeah, let's wait a little bit for that to come through. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's better. And then when we sync it, okay, so that syncs good. And then, so now, because I've done a bad change, it's bring my service down as well. So we'll start to see that come along through GPT as well. So if we run a analyze, and you can use this for learning as well. You can use it, when I was learning Kubernetes, it took me it takes you a long time to learn. So this could really help you solving problems as well, especially if you're studying for your exam. It can really help. So yeah, now you can see the change that I did. So yeah, the ingress service uses Potato Head. It should be entry, and to fix it, we can change the service back to get it working as well. So yeah, in the Grafana dashboard, you can start to see this will run the analyzer. So this will run it every around 5 minutes. And then you can see my deployments here that I've been doing. And so the sync, and then after it finally deploys, and then soon we're going to see 15 results, and then you can correlate the deployment to the extra result, and then you can see that I've introduced a bad change to the environment as well. And then that will come up in the logs also. So you can, yeah, all of these comes up as well. So you can have one place that you can see all the errors of the cluster. So we can wait a little bit for that to analyze through. And while we do that, so let's go look at the operator. So this is all the sub projects that we have. So we have 11 repositories. This one is mostly for the CLI. It will tell you how. So you can see here that they're doing the analyze command as JSON as well. So there's multiple ways that you can do it also. Yeah, in the same what I showed you. And then if you have a Windows computer, you can see on here how to do it as well. This is how you install the operator. So yeah, anyone that wants to check this out, I recommend it. It's good for studying, and also just worrying about, you don't want to be fixing silly errors. You want to focus on making new things and learning new things. So that's why it's really helped me to do it as well. So yeah, this goes over the different analyzers as well. There's some optional ones. You can also build your own. So if you want to build your own analyzer, there's a lot of people in the community that can help you. There's a Slack page as well. So if we look at Slack, yeah, you can see this is the community. So yeah, you can just come introduce yourself and say hello, and people will, be more than happy to help you. This is where all the releases are. So you can see that there was one just for Backstage yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. So a lot of people on there as well that you can speak with and come to help you learn. Or if you want to contribute as well, there's a lot of things to be done. So you're welcome to come. So let's see if this has gone through. It still hasn't gone through. So I've because I don't want to analyze it all the time, it takes probably 5 to 10 minutes. So we might not even see the analysis come through, but you can see on the CLI when you run the analyzer that came through also. So it takes a little bit to come through, but it will, if I turn it to poll at a faster rate, then it will come. Yeah, so that's an overview of K8sGPT. I hope everyone likes it. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask them to me now as well, if you have any questions. Si alguien tiene preguntas, puedes preguntar ahora si quieren.
Yeah, pues.
Hola.
Hola.
Me informo el aquí para que quede cerca el. Hágalo acá para que se escuchen ambos. ¿Listo?
Hi, bro. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Hello.
I have one question about I can tell to GPT, GPT, can you generate manifest about to create an application with these governance policies? Is it possible or not?
Yes. It wouldn't be in K8sGPT, but you could do that in ChatGPT. Yes.
Yeah.
So, which policies would you have, for example, like which governance policies?
For example, my deployments kind of access to root user.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. K8sGPT has a integration with Trivy as well that can go see what you're doing wrong. But if you wanted to prompt the ChatGPT, you could say act as like a Kubernetes engineer. I have strict governance, and if you give ChatGPT context, it would definitely be able to provide those manifests for you. I could even show you in a couple of minutes if you want. Or if you want, you can reach out to me later and I can show you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, but no, you can definitely do that. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do. Like all you need to do is prompt it. So you tell it as many things, as much of the criteria you have, and then yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah.
So this is possible to take multiple manifests to say ChatGPT create a new manifest about this.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was actually doing something similar last night. So I had an error, and then I wanted to say, tell me what is wrong with this manifest. And then it told me straight away. It was amazing. And it saves me so much time. Before I would have taken, 2-3 hours. Now I can do it in 10 minutes. So I know AI has a lot of hype, but if you spend more time just training, just saying, this is the things I want to do, it will really help you.
Thanks.
No problem.
Okay. No questions.
Okay. Gracias todos.
Muchas gracias.